No, I'll tell you what, it's been a pretty rough day. Just need to go for a ride and clear my head, so we might as well do an updatey thingy. G'day everybody, welcome back. So, I've had a shit of a day. Well, not really, I guess. I wanted to do a couple of things today, including shoot another video that I haven't started yet. I've sort of prepped for it, but I haven't started it. And I had a heap of jobs to do that were pre-mandated. Oh, it's low tide, it's going to stink down here. Yes, I had some jobs I had to get done before I could sort of start wanting to do things for myself. Now here we are, it's 2 o'clock, well, 2:30 in the afternoon. I haven't long started. So first job was to sort of thought, alright, well, I'll get ready to do this video. And then something shiny. I got distracted and I ended up putting my drone up. So I've just recently purchased an entry-level Dji Spark drone, and when I bought it I did buy the bare bones, so you had to fly it from a mobile app directly on your screen with virtual joysticks, and that had some limitations in terms of the height and the distance you could fly it and the functionality and da-da-da-da-da. So eventually I shelled out a fistful of doll hairs for a controller, and I thought, alright, well, I'll give that a crack. Yesterday it was pouring rain and windy as all get out, and I thought, oh, I'm not going to put it up in this. And today, thankfully, I mean, it's still cloudy, but at least it's not raining and the wind is okay. So I put the drone up, and I wanted to really go for a good flight where I could sort of lose sight of it, I guess, and gain a bit of confidence. So I thought, oh, well, I'll just do some filming around the local neighbourhood, just to do a bit of flying. So then I very wisely, anyone who's new to drones, I very wisely recalibrated the compass and set the home point before it took off, because it flew off. I lost it. Well, when I say I lost it, I mean I couldn't see it, I couldn't hear it, and it had a connectivity issue with my phone. Not a big one, just and the battery was getting low, and I started to panic, and I hit the return to home switch, and it started to come back, and I could eventually start to hear it, and then I could see it, and it landed bang on where I'd set the GPS start point from. So whew, I was happy there. Anyway, so it's on soak at the moment, getting a recharge. I thought I might have another go this afternoon, but then I thought, alright, well, while the battery's cooling down before I start to try and recharge it, I might just have a quick sticky beak at the footage. So I plugged it into, it's got a micro SD, and I plugged that into the SD reader and then slotted that into the SD slot. Sorry, I plugged it into the micro SD to SD card adapter, and then I shoveled that into the slot on the computer, and it didn't recognise it, and it's always recognised it. And then I thought, oh, that's right, I was watching YouTube this morning out on the back deck enjoying a coffee, and I ran the bloody battery down to critical, and it just shut the computer down. So I thought, oh, maybe something happened there, I'll just restart it. So I hit the restart button, and the bloody computer will not recover. I've tried the hot crash or whatever it is, where you just hold the button down for 3 seconds and kill the computer, hot reboot, whatever it is. I've tried doing all of that. My particular laptop doesn't have a battery that you can remove externally, otherwise I would try that too. But essentially what I ended up having to do was do a reset. So that means that all of my apps, all of my programs that did not come with the computer, I was able to save my personal files, but everything else, gone. Now I don't know what it's going to look like. It's currently going through the system where it's going to reload Windows, and I'm just hoping to hell that it didn't wipe all the data drive, because it's got 2 drives in it, 2 1 terabyte drives. One is for the operating system, the other is for data. So that's where all of my video files and my personal photographs and everything are on that D drive. And I'm just hoping like hell that they're all still there when I go back. So then I thought, oh well, bugger it, I'll go for a ride. I'll just clear my head, man, you know how it is. And as part of that, I thought I'd try a couple of new positions for the cameras on Henry. So I've stuck a GoPro mount onto the headlight. As you can see, it's probably shaking around a fair bit, because I need to get into the spokes on this and re-true that front wheel. It wobbles pretty bad. Then I've got an old mate behind me here, and he's hanging out a fair bit, so he's probably shaking as well. So I'll give him a go, why not? This one looks a little low, maybe. I don't know, is that any better? It's kind of nice to get a little bit of the bike in that one, you know, like see the top of the tank, or so I'm not quite sure how it looks. I'll review that when I get home. If I can start my computer, and I guess if you're watching this, I had some success. Alright, let's pull up and have a chat about the CB450. I think I can stop here somewhere. Yes! Alright, 1972 Honda CB450K, and this particular bike was actually sold in Australia as a 1974 model. That happened a bit. There was sometimes a bit of a lag between manufacturer and sales, but nevertheless, so it's actually compliance. The compliance plate is actually 1974, but the bike is actually a 72 build model. And the issue I was having with the shifter fork mechanism, the shift drum mechanism, I've resolved. I didn't film it because it was actually a really quick fix. This shaft floated that way. The circlip popped off the groove, which is located behind this cover, and this is just the cover over the chain guide. So I just had to undo the gear lever, pop the cover, swing it out of the way, and put the washer and circlip, replace the circlip with a new one. And just to add a little bit extra security, there's a couple of 10mm washers there that I filed out and just spaced in between the gear lever and the case. They've got room to move there, but it's reduced the gap between the two, thinking that, you know, if I knocked it with my foot or whatever, it could push it in and pop that circlip again. So that was just a bit of added security. Other than that, the old girl's going beautifully. Rode it to work most of last week. I do need to get stuck in and try and re-true that front rim. It's got a hell of a wobble in it, and it shakes up through the bars. But yeah, that's her. So she's up and about again. Tell you what, stinks here at low tide. Time to move. That was a bit of fun. You know, bogged in the sand. Doesn't sound too bad either, this old girl. Pushes along alright. Could do with a new speedo cable and a new tacho cable. Sometimes the speedo looks like it's connected to windscreen wipers. Ah, I love this whole thing. Nice and light and small, you can just sort of toss it around. Doesn't handle too bad. The tyres I've got on it are good. They're an Avon Road Rider, I think they are. They're the same tyre when I bought them, which was a couple of years ago now. I don't do that many kilometres on it, but I do enough on it to, you know, that they haven't turned into petrified wood. But I reckon that these would be 3-year-old now, these tyres. So I've probably only done a couple of 100 kilometres in that 3 years. However, yeah, they were the tyre that they were using in the historics in the UK. It was the control tyre when I bought it. When I bought them here. So they're a modern tyre, you know, like you get a lot of these. I mean, I got a cafe racer. I love the bloody thing, but at least the XS 1100, at least it's a you know, it's a bike that does go and is reliable, whereas most of the cafe conversions I've seen have been almost unrideable, and you know, probably spend more time dicking around with it trying to get it to run than you would riding it. But a lot of the cafe kids like to put those friggin' like the old rag type tyres on them, Firestones and those sorts of things. I guess they look cool. They think they're board track racers, I don't know. I'd rather have modern tyres with modern silica technology that are actually going to work. Anyway, that's enough for me. Just thought I wanted to try out the new camera positions on this bike, see how much they vibrate around. And if you're watching it, I've actually sorted out my computer and reloaded my bloody software package, which I'll probably have to buy again. And what else? Oh yeah, and I had a bit of a whinge about my drone trying to piss off back. Oh, it didn't try and piss off, I just lost it. It did the right thing and returned home. So the importance there of you know, making sure that you calibrate your compass, and you make sure your GPS home position is actually where you want it to go. The other thing to do, like I was sure, because I know the area intimately, but you want to make sure that there's nothing overhead that it could crash into on the way home, because sometimes I can't remember, but sometimes they disable the vision system, the collision avoidance system, when they go into these types of go home modes. You can preset the return to home height. Mine's set at 33 feet, I think, which is, you know, 33 metres, which is 100 feet, and that will clear pretty well any overhead power lines or trees that we might have in our area. Of course, if I was in somewhere that had a lot of really tall trees or buildings, I'd set it a lot higher so that it will scoot up to that predetermined height and head for the waypoint that you put in as your GPS home point location. Oh, that'll do me. See you later. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment. Catch you next time on Andy's Motorcycle Obsessions. Bye for now.